Here's a great use for visual scripting in Geomagic Control X. Let's say you're a custom medical device manufacturer that has too many reference files to manually program efficiently. Like Invisalign, where we would have maybe 10 reference meshes of the dental aligners they produce per patient, and of course 10 associated 3D scans that will ultimately need to be matched to those reference data and inspected. The inspection process or program isn't going to change from one aligner to the next, or from one patient to the next. It's just the reference data is going to be different each time. So what I have here is a huge pile of dental parts in the standard STL format that will need to be 3D printed or investment cast. None of these parts are the same, and we're going to create a CX proj file for each of them that uses the same alignment and analysis. You can see the inspection program here highlighted in this green box. It's pretty basic. Just a quick alignment and then a higher accuracy best fit. Then we add a 3D compare color map that annotates the two areas with the highest deviation value against the reference. Obviously, this is a simple example, but this can be expanded to any other visual scriptable alignments, analyses, and utilities. This program group that I've created here sits inside a for each loop that has some other file management stuff going on that allows us to create a new Control X project document for each reference file that the file search operation finds in the directory specified here. Walking through the process in sequence, we start with a file search pointed at a target folder containing our soon-to-be reference data. We can choose whether to specify a file type and whether files in subfolders of our chosen directory should be included. The parameter sends all the available reference file paths to the parameter to data converter that feeds the for each loop. Once in the loop, the for each iterator converts values back out that feed 3 parameter nodes. One's just a log message that pops up in the Control X console that here to print the date and time. The next is the file importer that comes after the new document command I have here. The last parameter value feeds this expression here that tells the files where to be saved. Okay, so now the file is imported into Control X. Since I'll be feeding the software STL files as reference data, I need to make sure that these ones are moved to reference. I could skip this step if I were using CAD reference data. The result name here is used for both the target mesh that is moved to reference, as well as the output file name for the CX project file that this ultimately creates. And then we get to the operations in the inspection program, which we've already discussed. Once the script adds these inspection elements to the CX proj document, the expression dictates which result data tab should contain the inspection program, which is the default here, what the file should be called, and where it should be saved, and then what the report should have in it. Then the file is written to the output path from that expression, and the loop starts over for the remaining files. For my test batch, it's 320 files, which is over a gigabyte worth of STLs. The script created a unique program for each of them in about 45 minutes. Each one of those would have taken me about a minute to do manually, so that saved me about 5 hours. Not bad. And that's all I've asked the script to do, but it'd be really easy to think of other things to add to it, like different inspection elements, or change it to save files to the automation server's templates folder and then append their names into the ID rule CSV file. I'd love to see what you come up with, so I'll post up this .script file to our repository so you can use it as a building block. Thanks for watching.